Good morning, children. Hope you are fine and safe in your house. Today we will be doing a poem in English called Why English is So Hard. English language जो है इतना मुश्किल क्यों है? And I'm sure many of you all must have already asked this question. Why is English so hard? So just like you think it is hard, these children over here also are saying English is a very tricky language and it is hard to learn. Now let's see what are their reasons. So let's read today's poem. We'll begin with a box and the plural is boxes. But the plural of ox should be oxen, not oxes. So in the first stanza, what is the poet saying? The poet is saying, when we learn singular and plural, singular means one, plural means many. So when we are learning singular and plural, first we start with box as the word. So box means one box, so it is singular. What is the plural of box? We add es to box. So the plural becomes boxes. So this is the rule that we studied to add es. Now if I use the same rule and make the plural of ox. If I add es, the plural should have been oxes, oxes. But this is not right. In English, the plural of ox is actually oxen, oxen. So isn't this a tricky one? The rule has changed. So this is the first stanza. Now let's see the second reason why English is hard. You may find a lone mouse. Lone means single or alone. Mouse means chooha or a whole lot of mice. So one means singular will be mouse. Many together means plural of mouse becomes mice, M-I-C-E. Now, what should be the plural of house? But the plural of a house is houses, not highs. So if you see, the spelling of mouse and house is almost the same. Only mouse starts with M and house starts with H. So if I use the same rule of changing singular to plural, mouse changes to mice. So house should have been highs. But again this is wrong. The plural of house is houses. So again a tricky one. Now let's see the third reason. If the plural of man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pan be called pen? Isn't that funny, children? Man means admi, singular person. When it is many, we call them as men. So plural of man is men. So he's saying if man plural is men, pan plural should be pen. But is that correct? No. Pan is your frying pan and pen is a different word which you use to write. So children, can you tell me what will actually be the plural of pan? One pan. Plural will be many pans. P-A-N-S. So again the rule changes. The next reason he's saying, and I speak of a foot. one foot on your leg and you show me your feet. So foot means one. Both the foot together, the plural becomes feet. But if I give you a boot, boot means boots, just like rain boots. Would a pair be called beat? So just like foot plural is feet, can boot plural be beat? Again it's wrong. Boot becomes boots with an S. Then the next one. That one may be that and three may be those. Yet the plural of hat would never be hose. So what is he saying? If it is that one, then we say that. But if we are pointing to many of that, the plural becomes those. So plural of that is those. In the same way, can the plural of hat be hose? Again it is wrong. The plural of hat is hats with an S. So here in all these stanzas that we read, the poet is confused with singular and plural. That's why he is finding English so hard. In the next stanza, he is gone to masculine and feminine. Masculine means male. Male means boy. And feminine means female, which means girl. So he is saying the masculine pronouns. Pronouns are used instead of using the noun again and again. For example, Rahul is a boy. Now instead of again saying Rahul is 8 years, I can say he is 8 years old. So what is the pronoun? He. In the same way, if it's a girl, Sita is a girl. Now which pronoun will I use? She. She is 8 years old. So the masculine pronouns are he, his and him. But imagine the feminine she, his becomes shiz and him becomes shim. Is it true? Just like he changed to she by adding a S. Can I change his to shiz by adding S and him to shim by adding S? No. What is the feminine pronouns, children? She, his changes to her and him changes to her. So this is again confusing. So our English, I think you all will agree, is the trickiest language you ever did see. And that's why, for all these reasons that the poet has given you, he's saying, that's why. Now you will agree with me. I've given you so many examples where English is so tricky and difficult. And that's why I say, why is English so hard? Wasn't this a nice poem on English? And do you agree that at times it is confusing because we have so many rules for all the different things in English language? Now let's answer the questions. What makes English the trickiest language? Many things make English the trickiest language, such as its grammar, spellings, meanings, etc., which follow different rules. B. Write the singular of the following: oxen, singular will be ox. Mice, singular will be mouse. Men, singular will be man. Feet, singular will be foot. See, write the plurals of. Plurals means many. Boot, plural will be boots. House, plural will be houses. That, plural will be those. And pan, plural will be pans. Second question. Make a list of other tricky examples you know. Keep adding to your list. Now in this poem, what was tricky that was shown to us? The rules of singular and plural and masculine and feminine pronouns. When you have studied so much of English, what do you find tricky and confusing? Make a list. I've given you an example. When we studied articles, adding a and an articles before vowels and consonants. So the rule is, when it is starting with a vowel, we add an. And if the word is starting with a consonant, we add a article. But again this rule changes over here. This is R. It starts with H and H is a consonant. So I should be adding a. But what article is added? An hour. So this is tricky example. You can write your own examples, what you find confusing and tricky in English language. Number 3. List the funny words that you find in this poem. Example, heis. So all those funny words that the poet has made on his own, which are actually wrong English words. Heis, oxes, pen, beat, hose, shiz, shim. Fourth one. A pronoun is a word that is used in place of a naming word. For example, I told you if it is a boy, for example, John, instead of using his name again and again, we can use he, his and him. Now, let us try doing it for a girl called Mary. So there are 3 sentences that are given to you. Mary is my friend. This is Mary's notebook. I want to return it to Mary. Now you have to say and change the sentence by replacing Mary with a pronoun. Remember, Mary is a girl. So let's start changing it. Mary is my friend. When I change Mary with the pronoun, it will become she is my friend. This is Mary's notebook. Again I am changing Mary over here. So I will write it as this is her notebook. And the last one, I want to return it to Mary. Again I have to change Mary to pronoun. I want to return it to her. So these were on pronouns. That is all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.